Welcome to the Thought for the Day for the 1st of May for Emmanuel Church in Loughborough. My name's Sue Willits and I'm the Vicar of the Good Shepherd Church next door. Our resourcing church partnership, I'm sure most of you will know about. I've been thinking, I wonder, have you been tempted to cut your hair during these lockdown days? Before you perhaps dare use Zoom or House Party or even make a WhatsApp call or even record a Thought for the Day? Well, just look at mine, those of you who know me. This is completely too long and straggly. Ready for a really good cut from Tracy, my hairdresser. She's been that for the last 26 years. It's not just possible for her to do it at the moment, but I did text her the other day to just ask what to do about my fringe so that I could actually see out of it. Maybe you've seen some of the YouTube clips about how to cut one's hair. Maybe you've even given it a go. Was it successful? Is the person still talking to you? Maybe that's whether you've passed the test. But our hair's important to us, isn't it? Well, of course, that's if we've got some left. It keeps our head warm for a start. But it makes me wonder, what are the things that are most important to you just at the moment? In Matthew 10, when Jesus sends the 12 out on their first evangelistic mission to the lost sheep of Israel, he tells them that even the very hairs of their head are numbered. They're like little tiny sparrows under the Father's care. What he's really saying is that they are important. They're important people to God and to himself. The way their hair is, long, short, blonde, grey like mine, blonde, red or even blue, it doesn't matter. It's immaterial in respect to the care that God is giving to them. So if, like me, you need a good haircut, God isn't worried. He's caring for you anyway. But maybe the challenge of all this is our evangelistic mission, the one that we're in as partner churches. But of course, too, as disciples of Jesus, the mission to be the very best witnesses that we can be, to let other people know that God cares for them and wants to be in relationship with them. And maybe the challenge in this time for us is, are we letting him care? Are we letting him care for us? Are we giving him the chance to do that? Are we listening to him? Are we talking to him about how we feel at the moment, our concerns, our fears, even our hopes for the future? Now, maybe in your house, finding times to be quiet with God is just a bit tricky right now. But don't worry, God knows about that. And my guess is he's spending time caring for you anyway. I'm sure that others will already have pointed you to lots of websites and online stuff to help you pray, to find space, maybe even to a book or two to read, to learn some new things on how to reflect and spend time with God. Maybe you could even try doing it when you're washing your crowning glory in the shower. It's an opportunity to be in his presence after all. Perhaps you've never even realised, however, that God does care for you quite like this before, and you might want to know more. Well, you could look at either of our church's websites and they'll point you to people and websites, other websites that will help. When all of this lockdown is relaxed a little and our hairdressers can go back to running their businesses, I wonder if we will still remember that God cares, that the numbers are written on our hairs, on our head, as it were. I hope so, because it's really important to know that God cares for us. And if we do know that, then of course we will also know that God cares for the people around us, those to whom we can still be witnesses, even in these lockdown days, with ready-to-be-cut hair. So even if my numbered hairs need to be just a little bit shorter, I hope that I will still be able to share other people, to tell them that God cares for them. Because if I don't, or you don't, who else will? Let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you that you know how many hairs there are on each of our heads, because it helps us to know that you care about us and everyone else too.